Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today is Technique Tuesday. I am showing you how to use your framelits to create a card. And this is the cake. I'm using the rectangle stitched framelits to create this little cake that is under here, and I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I really love the colors, and I like the little heart, and actually this heart just came after. I wasn't even planning on using it, but I've had a bunch of these little hearts left over. If you follow me, you know I've been using the Be Mine framelits a lot, and this is one of the hearts that was left over, and I have another one. I'll show you what I used for it, but these hearts were both left over from other projects, and I wanted to use them, so I added it to this, and I'm really like this card. So I hope you enjoy it too. So this is what I'm sharing today. So let's get started. So what you're going to need is a regular card base, and this is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then I just have some extra Whisper White to stamp our flowers and our leaves on. And we are going to have to do a lot of big shot work with this and stamping, so this may be a little bit longer. This is the piece for the sentiment. It is 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then here is the little heart. This is another heart that I had left over from my other projects, and these are the Be Mine framelits. If you don't have these, you have to have these. These are so gorgeous. I've been just using them like crazy in my projects and in my videos. I just love them. So the one that I'm using is this heart right here. So it cuts out a plain heart like this, and then the outer part is this little frame like right here, the little ruffled. So that's what I used for that. But like I said, I didn't have to run that through because I already had one already done. Now the star of the show are our rectangle stitched framelits. I love these framelits. They are absolutely gorgeous for frames, for cards, and so we are creating our cake with these. So I am using the first one right here, the second and the third, all three of these right here to create our cake. And I did go ahead and already run those through because I have a lot of other big shot work to do, so I thought I'd prepare some of this ahead of time. So these are the three that I cut out with these three framelits, and this is going to form our cake. Alright, so that is those. And I love these, and it adds a lot to it because it has the stitching around it, so it's not like just cutting out your little rectangles. Alright, and using the stamp set for this one, I'm using this Sweetest Thing, which says make it a sweet celebration. And if you have a wedding sentiment, an anniversary sentiment, a birthday sentiment, anything you want, but I just like that sentiment for this one. Alright, so we are going to get started. Let's first stamp all our pieces, and then we'll run them all through the big shot, and then we'll be just ready to put it all together. So this side's cleaner, so I always use scrap when I have scrap available for my stamping. So we are stamping, this is Coastal Cabana, but we are stamping in the Bermuda Bay. I liked it a little bit better because it was darker, but you can use Coastal Cabana definitely if you would like. Alright, so we are, for the flowers, and I didn't pull these out, this is the Forever Lovely, so we are using this for the flowers. We are using 2 of these, and then I'm stamping this one right here, but we have to fussy cut these out. So I'll speed it up through the fussy cutting. I know you've seen me fussy cut a lot of times. So this is what we're using. So I'm going to grab these really quickly and put them on my clear blocks because I forgot to do that earlier. So we are going to put, this one's a long one right here. So we're going to use that one. And then we are going to need one for our big flower. And then we do also need it for our leaf. One little one for our leaf. But we're going to stamp several of these leaves and run them through. We can cut out 2 of the leaves at one time. Okay, so that's it from there. So let's get stamping here. And then we'll stamp this sentiment later. So we need 2 of these larger ones. And this is one of our distinctive stamps. They look 3D. They're super pretty. I just love this type of stamp. And then I'm gonna ink this one this way. We're gonna stamp the whole thing because I can use the other flowers in something else. So we're just gonna stamp that whole thing. This does have a framelit with it also, but it cuts out little inside pieces, and I don't want that. So, and then we're going to use garden green for our leaves. And we need 6 leaves. Okay, so I think that's it for stamping. Now I'm also going to cut out the framelits that I'm using are the lovely Flowers Edgelets, and this does go with the Forever Lovely stamp set. So if you want it together, you save 10% by getting the bundle. So we're using this one for the flowers, and then I'm also cutting out these in Whisper White also, because, and I already cut some other ones out in the Coastal Cabana right here, and we're using those for the top of our cake. But we're going to go ahead and cut some Whisper White one out as well. And then let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment while we have this out. I have it already on the block. I should have kept my Bermuda Bay out. And hopefully I'm going to get this in the center. Yeah, I did pretty good. Alright, that's good. Okay, so that is all ready to go. And then we're going to bring this big shot up here and get going on our big shot work. So I'm using my magnetic platform because it is perfect for this. So you need your platform and you really want something flat. I have new ones, I just didn't get them out of the package yet. So, and then this lines up in a particular way on here. So let me figure out how it goes. I had to do this earlier and figure out. I think it goes this way. There's a point. There we go. A little pointed one goes there. I'm going to run this one through at the same time, and I'm going to grab my 2 little leaves and we'll run those 2 at the same time. But like I said, we have to fussy cut those. And you will need a little sticky for these. All right, let's run those through. Okay, so all our pieces are cut here, and as you can see, I went ahead and sped it up because that one leaf was giving me a hard time. They were too close together. So now I am going to go ahead and fussy cut these little, we're going to use this one and this one, and I like to cut these really close when you're fussy cutting. And I always leave a little bit of a white edge because that's usually what the Framelits do, and it's looks much nicer. Okay, so now I have those all fussy cutted out, and you can see it's super simple fussy cutting. So we're going to go with that, and I think that's all our pieces now. I'm going to grab these little flowers and just pop those out. And then I have the same for the Coastal Cabana, and everything's ready to go. Okay, so let me grab my card base. So this piece, I don't even know if I told you what the card base, the card base that we're using here, not the base, but the layering piece is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is what we're layering our cake on. So let's grab all our pieces here. I'm going to use Tombow for this. And we're going to adhere all these pieces. And when you do this, make sure the stitching part is up the right way. And you want to center these. And the Tombow for this is perfect because it gives you a little time to move it if you need to move it. And we're just layering it like a cake. So that it looks just like that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this heart. Trying to keep my fingers out of it. And then this heart will go right here in the center. And then we're ready to layer all our bigger flowers on. Now the bigger flowers, I am using dimensionals on them. And I'm going to grab some of my scrap that I have left because I like to use every bit of these. I know a lot of people like to use all of them. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put one of the larger ones to the right here. And we're going to add our leaves later. I'm layering, so my mind. Alright, so this one we're going to sit here. And we're gluing this one down. The bigger ones we are adhering with dimensionals. See if I can put that piece on there. And then this one's going to kind of overlap that one a little bit. I need to turn it this way. Like that. And then this one right here, we're just going to sneak it right underneath here. I think I need to move this one a hair bit over. That way. Yeah, I think that's better. There we go. Just like that. And now we're going to add all our little leaves and our little flowers. And this is where my little take your pick tool comes in super handy, because we are going to glue all of these little leaves down. So this one's going to go under here. This thing is such a great tool. It's just not has the little sticky, but it has all different ends that go on here. It's got the little paper piercer and the little flat spatula. It's perfect for little pieces for this putty part. And these putties it is refillable. I think I need to actually extend my putty a little bit. So So we're going to put this one here. I'm going to add a little putty because all you do is turn that and a little bit more will come out. And then we're going to do these. I don't know if there it goes. All right, put one here. And one here. And then one more at the bottom. I should have put this on before I put that little flower on, because now I need to try to lift it a little bit. Let me get my piercer. There we go. Okay, so that is that part. Now we're going to adhere all these little flowers here. And I'm actually adhering the Coastal Cabana ones. I'm adhering more on the white, and then the other ones, the white, I'm adhering more on the Coastal Cabana. Now I got a little bit too much coming out. It really doesn't come out very much at all. It comes out slowly. This one's going here. And then we're going to do one more of the little I did that only because I wanted a little bit of contrast. I didn't want white on white. And let's see. Alright, so that's it for that. We're going to add now some more of these on the bottom. One under here, just to balance this out a little bit. A little one down here. And then one more. That's going to go right under here. And you're just going to have one big one left. So that is it basically. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our frosted epoxy droplets, and we are going to use these as our flower centers. You can use the clear, I'm using the frosted ones on this. I love the frosted. So we're adding these all. To the centers of the flowers. It's super pretty. I hope you can see how pretty they really look on here. I love these frosted ones. They're really, really pretty. And then one more there. And actually I should have attached this to the front of our card base before I went ahead and put those on, because it makes it a little bit more difficult to add the adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and use our sorry if you hear my neighbors, they just came out and I can hear them talking. So we're adhering this to our Coastal Cabana base. And then we're going to add our sentiment. And I'm going to banner edge the sentiment. Oh, I think that's my husband talking to my neighbor. I thought it was him and his daughter, but it's my... So now again, I'm just going to use a long strip of these. And we're going to add that to the front of our card. And we'll put it right across here, like that. And that's it. I love this card. It's super pretty, and it's a little bit more advanced for the avid crafter, but it's really, really pretty. Anybody can do it. I mean, it's really easy. It's just stamping and cutting. So, but it turns out to be a really nice card. All right, everyone. If you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com, and you can shop right from my blog. And look for my hostess code for February on there if you want to use the hostess code. And then if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. Have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.